Well, good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is where you are. It is gray, cloudy, and very windy today. So it's actually quite chilly. I don't know how long I'm going to be out here enjoying my coffee. I was going to do a little honest tea, but I really don't think I'm going to be out here long enough to really get into that. Scooby's doing a little grass munching right now, so I figured, well, I'll just let him do his thing while I sit here and converse with y'all. I'm having a nice caramel macchiato, homemade. I like the International Delights. I know that they do have different versions of the coffee creamers that have flavor and sweetness already in them. But the only one that I have found that I actually enjoy the taste of are these International Delights. They're strong enough. They don't require me using a whole lot of the product to get the desired result. Whereas if I'm doing, well, I'm just going to say the brand, if I'm using Coffee Mate, which is the first ones I ever heard of, I have to use 2 to 3 times as much to get the same amount of flavor. So that is not a very good value for me, so I just don't buy them. Not that that's very exciting, honest tea, but I have been doing a lot of editing lately, trying to figure out how to do certain things, and I've really been struggling trying to keep, I don't even know how to word it, when I'm doing the editing and I go and I cut something out of the video, somehow it's being stuck into a different place in the video, and I have no idea how that's happening or what it's doing. I don't know how to fix it yet. So when I'm done all of that, I think it's fine. I have rendered it and realized that either I lose something or I have I totally lost my train of thought. I was trying really hard to get it back and I just couldn't. But long story short, when I go and do these things, I end up having to do a lot more work trying to solve the problems that I get myself into from trying to do certain things. And that is how I learn. I actually have to do most things in my life the hard way in order to really learn what I need to learn from things. And it is an explanation to a certain degree, my own reasons, my own responsibility, my own issues that cause these things. So I don't really have anyone to blame but myself, but that is how I learn. So I have, in the past, possibly again in the future, I would like to think not, but who knows, that I have inadvertently blown up my own existence. Oh, there's different things. Like, I remember a long time ago, I mean a really long time ago, when I first moved up to Guelph, I ended up getting a job at a sandwich place where gourmet sandwiches and gourmet hot dogs. To finish off my story, I was working in Guelph at a gourmet hot dog and deli sandwich kiosk in a mall, and I got hired to be the assistant manager, and this woman was hired to be the manager. Now, she ended up taking a different position at another store. And so instead of me being made the manager, a person who was not hired for the same part as me, I was chosen over him for that. They brought him in as manager. Now, I didn't care about that. I had my job. You know, he had the responsibility, which means if things go wrong, he's the one that's accountable. Now, that being said, I am an idea person. That's what I do. I just come up with all kinds of ideas. And I had a few ideas for the store that I thought would be worthwhile to see about implementing. So he and I talked about these things and we put them into practice, and they were successful. So when head office came to find out what we had done that improved things so dramatically and instantly, really, he told them that they were his ideas and he put them into place, and here we are and whatnot. And so he was given a raise in a very short period of time. It was like less than 2 months, not even the probationary period of time. And I was deemed not worth the money, I guess. And they terminated my position. They didn't hire anybody else, so they literally just terminated my position. I just find all of that really ironic. So, you know, me sharing my ideas with the, you know, management and whatnot, and they just steal your ideas and take credit. Whereas I was perfectly happy to share the credit, you know, saying, hey, we discussed this together and this is what we chose to do. Even though it was my idea, everything about it, and all he did was go, yeah, let's do it. That was his sole contribution. Now, the story does not end there. I, of course, left there and found another job like in 2 days. But I went to check, I guess it was about a month after I had left, and there was already signs of things going downhill. Oh, I've got a phone call. I have to take that. Hello. How are ya? I'm doing okay. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, we have not seen anything since before they came in last time. So, yes, I'm very excited because I'm like going, this is the first time where I feel like maybe we got them.
I hope so.
Because up until now, there's always been that, okay, there's an isolated something, right? And I'm like going, nothing. There's nothing. Denise seen none. I've seen none. We haven't seen carcasses even. Like, I'm going.
I just say y'all's skin quality too is looking better.
What's that?
The skin quality for both of you is looking a lot better.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I don't know if how that's all connected, but you know that it could just be the stress. The stress is lifting.
You may not be reactive to the bites either.
I'm extremely reactive.
You are?
Yeah,
Okay.
That's how I know that I've been safe. Like there hasn't been anything where I am, because the second I get one, I have welts.
You guys seem a lot more happier as of late.
Oh, so much happier. So much happier. But I'm really grateful that everybody has stuck with it so that we can get to this point, because I was thinking going, doesn't matter what we do, we can't get ahead of it. Like we were really
told you we're gonna get it.
Oh
We're
yeah,
gonna get it.
but we were just really beginning to feel like and it, not like we thought blaming or people lack of effort or trying, but it just didn't seem like it was going to happen. Like somehow they're hiding somewhere that nobody can figure out, and I thought, how do you solve that kind of problem?
They have their ways.
But that's the thing. It's like I'm very, very grateful.
They have their ways, and it's impressive.
And he's really super nice. Like,
Nick is fantastic.
because
I love him.
there's been people that come in that make us feel
Like it's your fault.
awful. And I'm like going, I don't know what else we can do. Like, we're trying, and I'm literally doing every single thing that we get told by different people. And some of that information has been wrong, apparently, which I did not know until later. But whatever we're told by the experts, we did.
Nick is fantastic.
And he is
Excellent
so good.
skills, and I always tell tenants too, because like we get complaints from roaches, bed bugs,
Yep.
silverfish. It's like it's unless your unit's a mess, it's not a cleanliness issue. It can happen anywhere.
And the thing is, there are elements of our unit that's a mess. We don't deny that, but we're in a process of trying to get
It's a work in
past that.
progress, it's fine.
And the progress has been halted and slowed down tremendously because we've been dealing with this exact same issue for like it's been an insanely long time, right? Like to the point where you just start going, we just live out of bags now is what we do. And it's not a good feeling, but see, bit by bit, like I'm able to get things a little bit, even in that fashion, organized in a more usable way. So all of those things have been progressively helpful as well.
Oh yeah.
So like I said, I'm just really, really grateful that, we're all able to work together to get, because, we know the building doesn't want them. We know we don't want them. Like, there's nothing that's siding with them to keep them here.
I just thought I'd let you know though there will be notice for the inspection tomorrow.
Yep.
Hopefully you can get the certificate of clearance in.
Yes! Thank you so much for letting me know.
No worries.
You have a wonderful
I
day.
actually even put in there in big bold capital letters, no prep required. Have a good one.
You too. Yes, we have been trying to deal with getting rid of, now, and it's not an infestation. We had an infestation of bed bugs 3 years ago. Then we had treatments, and they seemed gone, and we put all of our stuff back. And then they came back. So we had to rewash and everything, all of our stuff. And then it was addressed. It seemed like, okay, they're gone again. The people next door to us, like we hadn't seen any, the people next door to us, they were getting eaten alive. So they came back and inspected, and sure enough, they were back again, but we hadn't seen anything yet. So treated again. So after 3 years, we finally, like we haven't seen any in months now at all. So tomorrow they're supposed to be coming in, and hopefully we will get a clean inspection where everything is safe, and we will be able to start putting things back into place. It's why we're living out of bags. It's why I had to rewash and reorganize all of my clothes. I had several pieces I hadn't even worn yet, still had tags on them and everything. Immaculate condition. And I had to wash and dry everything in hot. And some things got absolutely destroyed. Some of my beautiful pieces, the beadwork areas of them shrunk. Can't even pull it over my head. Some of the sheer parts have, like, they just shriveled up because, synthetic fibers are not necessarily our friend when it comes to hot temperatures. And that's why this one's all like wrinkly and all. I thought, well, I'll put it on. Maybe I can straighten out some of the wrinkles by wearing it, because I love all the little details and stuff on this piece. Like it's a great piece. I love this piece. But so many of my clothes have been destroyed, and I'm looking forward and not looking forward to going through all this stuff and seeing what is salvageable and what is waste now. So that's where I'm at. So there's some honest tea I wasn't expecting to share with everybody. Because these things, happen, like when you're living, well, anywhere. The one thing I've learned from this experience is you could literally be walking down the street, because bed bugs can't jump, they can't swim, they can't fly. But what they can do is crawl. And if they are on something and you brush past it, it can literally just, boom, like that, catch a ride with you. You will not see it. You will get home, it will come off of you. Ages later, you could have an infestation. And that's because it only takes one bed bug. They do not need a second one to breed. They are just self-replicating. They breed asexually. So all it takes is one, and you could end up with an infestation. And being as you're not likely ever to know when you have that one and it comes off of you, you don't know how long you've had them before you really start seeing them. So there are challenges that you go with, and it has nothing to do with hygiene, and it has nothing to do with cleanliness of your units. Or now, if you have a particularly dirty unit, or in my case where I have a lot of stuff and a lot of it I don't even look at on a regular basis, so things can hide. So my new approach is I'm going through my stuff even to look, to test for things. I'm putting bug traps in things so that I can go and I can look in those and go, oh, is there anything in here? And that's going to help me in advance so that it will not get to an infestation kind of stage. Because it was horrifying. It was absolutely horrifying. I've never gone through that before, and people were saying when we were going through it, it's like, oh, well, they'll come in, it's a couple of treatments, it's an annoying process, it takes, a few weeks of treatments like to get it dealt with, but it's not the end of the world. Well, they were right, it's not the end of the world, but 3 years later, trying to have professionals get on top of this when we're doing everything we can, they're doing everything they can. So it is really, really nice and almost a miraculous feeling to think that we are finally going to be coming out the other side of this issue. So there we go. On that honest note, I'm going to say goodbye. And until the next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. Hey, Scooby.